Hi, I'm Stu Adam, one of the co-founders of Agronomeye. I'm going to talk you through a little bit of our history partnering with research and what it's meant for us. So 5 years ago, this is where it all started for us in a pub in Trangie. We asked the grower what they needed, and that has been the philosophy of the business ever since. Go to the farmer and work back. That led to us to really thrive in the space of now what? How can we build a bridge from technology to action? There's great research and technology out there, but it's not always practical for the end user. With this in mind, back in 2016, we built a really simple conversion tool with UNSW, taking high-resolution crop health data and enabling action in the field that suited the needs of the crop instead of the traditional blanket rate decisions. We were awarded a tech voucher through the New South Wales government, $25,000 match funding, and from there, our partnership with research was born. At the time, we had no real comprehension of where that would take us. Taking a relatively expensive product to market that allows growers to understand how their crop is performing when there is no crop can be a challenge. The drought forced us to think differently. Think about how high-resolution data will play a part in agriculture and how we can offer something truly unique. It was about this time that we were invited to take part in an event called the Greenhouse, hosted by CSIRO and industry, to put startups and research in the room together to explore ways in which the two could partner to commercialize some of these amazing pieces of tech which haven't been given the opportunity to hit the market. Talking to some of the startups in the audience now, one of the main reasons we were invited to this event was because we simply wouldn't die. In the thick of the worst drought in Australia's history, and bootstrapping a startup that looked at crop health isn't exactly a recipe for success. But we refused to give up. We knew there was something in what we were doing, so we persevered. As much as it hurt, we persevered. If we'd given up, the invite to the Greenhouse event would have gone to someone else. From this one event, we were able to get a toe in the door with CSIRO, and that was enough. We spent months working on a project with the High Resolution Plant Phenomics Centre. Dr. Xavier Siralt and his team at the HRPPC were great and really supportive of our desire to build something real. Along this journey, I was asked to join Xavier on a panel at a CSIRO-led event in Melbourne called Ag Catalyst. For a range of reasons, we were forced to put the HRPPC project on ice in December of 2018, but the Ag Catalyst event a few months earlier had led to a chance meeting with Dr. Neil Huth and this image, which depicted a water flow model across a big landscape in Australia. As I said earlier, Australia was in the grips of a crippling drought, and it seemed like a path worth exploring. One follow-up phone call was all it took to really spark an idea, and before we knew it, we were meeting with Neil and the broader ag and food team to look at options and limitations of bringing this technology to market. Now, at this point, Agronomeye was heavily focused on capturing 3D models of complete farming systems to drive efficiencies, and it was obvious that poor water resource planning was having a debilitating effect on the Australian ag market. The path that we took from the initial meeting was a very practical one. No long drawn-out contract negotiations or legal back and forth at this point. Simply knock out a proof of concept and take it from there. But there was obviously an understanding that the relationship would develop if the results were positive. This may not be the best path for everyone, but for us, a business on the verge of a pivot and the need to be nimble, it was absolutely ideal. The results from the proof of concept at the Burrawa Agricultural Research Station spoke for themselves, and we moved into the contract negotiation phase. A few months later, we had our first customers on board, and we've now done thousands of hectares of work with water modelling as the main focus of our offering. We continue to develop new markets as well as work closely with teams at CSIRO and Data 61 to develop the product to make sure we are answering the fundamental question of how is this helping a farmer? As Agronomeye's relationship with CSIRO develops, the two organisations are coming closer together. We certainly do not see this as a ready-made solution, which has been waiting for a company to come along and offer it to the market. This is a long-term partnership, which needs both sides to grow and develop as we find new, innovative ways to take this technology and turn it into action. So that's a bit of a background of our story and how we've worked with CSIRO and research to help progress our business. I hope it gives you some context and really offers a unique insight. Thank you.